to my home. My name is Kathy, and today we're going to be making some gifts in a jar. This is a very inexpensive way to create gifts for friends, families, neighbors. I did these myself when my children were younger. The grandparents loved getting them every year. The inspiration for these jars are from the book Jazzy Jars, and this is the author of this is Maria Browning. They have some really neat ideas in here, and including templates and the little cards that can be copied. It's a wonderful book. But that's where I'm going to be getting these recipes from today. Now, after we get done putting these together, I'm going to go ahead and cook up one of these. So be sure to stick around till the end so you can see what the final product looks like. And so I'm going to bring you in close and show you what we got going on. The first one we're going to be making is, they call it the best ever cookie mix. So these are going to be chocolate chip cookies. And as you see, I took one of my quart-sized jars and I just used some paint that's designed for glass. And I just did just a rough hand little decoration on the jar, little snowman and a Christmas tree and a Merry Christmas. As you can see, I am no artist by any means, but it's just something cute. This is something you can have your kids help you with. When my kids were little, they loved, decorating these. If you have really little ones, you could probably also get maybe some Christmas stickers or some stickers that are special to the children or themed towards the person that you're giving the gift to. And then let the kids decorate with the stickers. Either way, it's going to come out totally cool, and I'm sure whoever you give it to is going to love it. Now this first one, it calls for a cup of brown sugar, then some fine granular sugar, 2.5 cups flour, baking soda, salt, and then some pecans or walnuts. I'm leaving the nuts out of my mixtures because we don't care for the nuts. And then this one has some mini candy-coated chocolate, so I have some little M&M minis that I'm going to be putting on top. So basically we just layer it in. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the brown sugar. I need 1 cup of brown sugar. And this brown sugar is from the sugar that I made up in my video on how to make brown sugar, so that you never run out. So if you haven't already seen that video, I'll go ahead and put a link to that video right here so that you can go and watch that. Super easy to make, and the sugar just stays soft without you doing anything extra to it. It's just wonderful to use in baking. So I'm going to start with brown sugar, get that pushed down pretty good. So what we want to do is create layers in the jar so that you can see the different layers. Okay, get the brown sugar in. The next I'm going to put in white sugar, and that is 1/2 cup of white sugar. Layer that right on top. And then we're going to do 2.5 cups of flour. 2.5 cups. I'm just going to loosely put the flour in and level it off. There's 1. this down a little bit. Gonna gently push this down. Get rid of some of that air in it. That way everything can fit in the jar. Okay, another half a cup of flour. Next, we're going to put in 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And 1 teaspoon of salt. And then lastly, we're going to put in the mini chocolate, M&M chocolate chips. Okay, let's see if I can get this to push down a little bit. Making a mess. Okay, look how pretty that is. And you could even, maybe even put the little mini chips down further in the layers if you wanted to. However you wanted to layer it would be just fine. Okay, now let's put the canning lid on. If you want to, if you had a food saver attachment, you can put that on here and suck out all the air if you wanted to have it last a little bit longer. But as long as they're going to make it up fairly soon, that's not necessary. I just took my ring and put some ribbon around it. You could even put a piece of cloth on this if you wanted to decorate it up even more. And then in the book, it has little instruction cards that you can print out. So I just printed out the little card. On the back of the card, I just used some stamps to decorate it up a little bit. And then I'm just going to attach this to the jar with a piece of ribbon. And get this tied on. Now you can get as creative as you want with these. It's just a nice, simple little gift to give to somebody. And this little card includes instructions on how to bake it up. So with the cookies, you just use the jar of the cookie mix, a cup of butter, 2 teaspoons vanilla extract, and 2 eggs. So it gives all of the baking instructions right there with it. Now, how cute is that? Okay, the next one we're going to do are chocolate brownies. And these are called cowboy brownies. So for the mix, we're going to put in 2 cups of sugar. Then next we're going to put in a cup of cocoa powder. and then a cup of flour. Go ahead and get this pushed down. And to this one, I'm gonna go along the edge here and just kind of push that cocoa powder down into the sugar, just to make a little bit of a design in the jar. Just to give it a little bit of character there. And then we're going to add in half a cup of chocolate chips. Now let's see how many we can fit into this one. And get them pushed down. Perfect. Okay, now for the top on this one, I just cut a little piece of bandana material to put on that. And then around the ring on this one, I used my hot glue gun and did a little bit of rope around the lid. Just gonna put this right on here. Screw that down. And this one also has a little card. And for this one, they would just add this jar of mix, plus a cup of butter and 4 eggs. And this, I'm gonna attach it on with a piece of rope or a little string. Just like that. I have a cute little gift for somebody. How cute is that? Now I'm going to get all of this put away, and then we're going to be making up a batch of chocolate chip cookies using the mix that we just put together. Okay, now we're going to mix up some of these cookies. So first thing we're going to do is cream together the butter. It's going to be 1 cup of butter. The butter, 2 eggs, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. There's my butter. Two eggs. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. This is my homemade vanilla extract. And 2 teaspoons of that. Okay. Just get this all creamed up. switch my beater attachment for my my paddle attachment. Make sure that's good and creamed together. Okay, now to this we're just going to add our jar of cookie mix. I'll go right in. Well, I certainly pushed it down there good. Okay, everything's out of the jar. I'm going to go ahead and get this mixed together. Just like that, it's all mixed up. Okay, now we'll get the cookies out on the cookie sheet here. And this should make about 4 dozen cookies. I think my husband is going to be very happy when he comes home to fresh baked cookies today. These are going to go into 375-degree oven for 8 to 10 minutes. This recipe made 3 dozen plus 5 cookies. I think the reason it made less than the 4 dozen is because I did not add the nuts. I think had I added the nuts, it would have probably come out to be more cookies. I also didn't get the full cup of the mini M&Ms in the jar, and I didn't add extra in when I did the batter. So I think that is what contributed to the less than 4 dozen cookies, but still it made a decent quantity of cookies. Cookies taste great, and it had a decent yield on it as well. So I think that would still be a very nice gift. If you liked today's video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing and also hit that bell icon to be notified each time I put out a new video. Until next time, I hope you have an amazing day and we'll see you on the next video. Bye now.